व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरये
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु
प्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं
भागवत सेवया
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवतीयुक्तमश्लोके
श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, chapter. Oh, sorry. Supposed to be Canto 1. Canto 1, chapter 17, verse 13. आख्याहि वृषभद्रं वा
आख्याहि वृषभद्रं वा
साधूनाम् अकृतागसाम्
साधूनां
साधूनाम्
कृतागसाम्
आगसाम्
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
आत्मवैभवकर्तारम्
पार्थानां कीर्तिदूषणम्
पार्थानाम्
पार्थानां
कीर्तिदूषणम्
कीर्तिदूषणम्
आख्याहि वृषभद्रं वा
आख्याहि
आख्याहि
वृषभद्रं वा
वृषभद्रम्
साधूनाम् अकृतागसाम्
साधूनाम्
साधूनां
अकृतागसाम्
कृतागसाम्
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
पार्थानां कीर्तिदूषणम्
पार्थानां
पार्थानाम्
कीर्तिदूषणम्
आख्याहि वृषभद्रं वा
आख्याहि
आख्याहि
वृषभद्रम्
वृषभद्रं वा
साधूनाम् अकृतागसाम्
साधूनाम्
साधूनाम् अकृतागसाम्
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
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 पार्थानां कीर्तिदूषणम्
पार्थानाम्
पार्थानां
पार्थानां
कीर्तिदूषणम्
कीर्तिदूषणम्
कीर्तिदूषणम्।
Okay, start with Preeti Rupini Mataji.
आख्यायि वृषभद्रं वा
आख्याहि
आख्याहि
वृषभद्रं वा
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
साधूनाम् अकृतागसाम्
साधूनाम्
साधूनामाकृतागसाम्
अकृतागसाम्
कृतागसाम्
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
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 पार्थानां कीर्तिदूषणम्
पार्थानां कीर्तिदूषणम्। आख्याहि वर्षभद्रं
आख्यायि
आख्याहि
आख्याहि
वृषभद्रं वा
वृषभद्रं
वृषभद्रम्
वा
साधूनामाकृतागसम्
साधूनाम्
साधूनाम्
अकृतागसाम्
अकृतागसाम्
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
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 पार्थानां कीर्तिदूषणम्।
पार्थानां
पार्थानाम्
कीर्तिदूषणम्
कीर्तिदूषणम् आख्याहि वृषभद्रम् वा
आख्यायि वृषभद्रं वा
वृषभद्रं
साधूनाम् अकृतगासाम्
साधूनाम् अकृतागसाम्
साधूनामाकृतागसम्
आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारम्
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 पार्थानाम् कीर्तिदूषणम्
पार्थानां कीर्तिदूषणम्।
Anybody else? Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaраvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Synonyms. Akyahi, just let me know.
Akyahi, just let me know.
Vrisha, O bull.
Risha, O bull.
O bull.
Bhadram, O good.
Bhadram, good.
Bhadram, good.
Va, for you.
Va, for you.
Va, for you.
Sadhu Nam, of the honest.
Sadhu, Nam, of
Sadhu
the
Nam, of
honest.
the honest.
Akrita Agasam, of those who are offenseless.
Akrita,
Akrita,
of
Agasam,
those who are
of those who
offenseless.
are offenseless.
Atma Vairupya, deformation of the self.
Atma,
Atma
Vairupya,
Vairupya, deformation of the self.
Kartaram, the doer.
Kartaram,
Kartaram, the doer.
Parthanam, of the sons of Pruta.
Parthanam,
Parthanam, of the sons of Pritha.
Kirti Dushanam, blackening the reputation.
Kirti, Dushanam,
Dushanam, blackening the reputation.
Translation, please repeat after me. O bull,
O bull.
O bull,
you are offenseless and thoroughly honest.
You are offenseless.
you are offenseless and thoroughly honest.
Therefore, I wish all good to you.
Therefore, I wish
Therefore, I wish all good to you.
Please tell me of the perpetrator of these mutilations.
please tell me of
The perpetrator of these mutilations,
mutilations
Which blackened the reputation of the sons of Pruta.
which blacken the reputation
the
of the sons
reputation
of
of the sons of Pritha.
Purport.
The reputation of the reign of Maharaja Ramachandra and that of the kings who followed in the footsteps of Maharaja Ramachandra, like the Pandavas and their descendants, are never to be forgotten because in their kingdom offenseless and honest living beings were never in trouble. The bull and the cow are the symbols of the most The bull and the cow are the symbols of the most offenseless living beings because even the stool and urine of these animals are utilized to benefit human society. The descendants of the sons of Pritha, like Maharaja Parikshit, were afraid of losing their reputations. But in the modern days, the leaders are not even afraid of killing such offenseless animals. Herein lies the difference between the reign of those pious kings and the modern states ruled by irresponsible executive with heads without knowledge of the courts of God.
Hari Om Tat Sat Om Jnanatimirandasya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataga Swamin Niti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaurakata Damadaya Nagara Grama Tarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudanam Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangun Langai Tegiri Metripata Mahamunde Sri Gurum Dinatharinam Paramanda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So, very beautiful verses and purports. Repetition should never be forgotten, because this repetition comes when one behaves as a devotee. And when one behaves as a devotee, they tend to be offenseless. When they themselves are offenseless, how can there be offense to the offenseless animals like cows and bulls? This is very natural. Actually, this reputation, even though one may not like it, the reputation as ordained by the providence comes to him. However, if transcendental reputation is known, that will be known throughout entire world. If you see, in Madhavendra Puri's pastime, when Lord Gopinath has stolen one of the kheer pot offered to him, but for Madhavendra Puri. So he's affectionately called Kshirashora Gopinath, because when Gopinath or Krishna does anything, it's always, praiseworthy. After all, how will you say he's a stealer? It is offered to him only. Okay. But then from whatever offered to him, he stole one part for his devotee. This is pastime. This is the Leela. And Madhavendra Puri would become very famous immediately. And the reputation would be all over the world. So being afraid of his reputation, that is called a Pratishta, Madhavendra Puri fled from Remuna. You know what happened? Madhavendra Puri, actually, he was asked by the Gopal in Govardhan hill has asked him that I am feeling very hot. So please get me some chandan and apply on my body. So when Madhavendra Puri got this particular dream, he immediately proceeded towards Puri. And he wants to get the chandan, the sandalwood, for his Gopal. Now on the way, he took a transit at Remuna. So in the Remuna, the Gopinath temple was very, very famous. So Madhavendra Puri was thinking about his Gopal, and he took darshan of Gopinath, and then he stayed there. So when he was there at the time, every day actually to the Gopinath, they used to offer kheer pots, the sweet rice pots, small. So when the Pujari was taking that for offering to Gopinath, Madhavendra Puri thought, he heard about that, it's very famous there. So he thought that, would I know how it is the taste, I would also offer this to my Lord Gopala in Govardhan. So one moment he thought like that. As soon as he thought, he himself has become very shameful. See, what am I doing? I am not worth a devotee. This is going for offering to the Lord, and I'm thinking about meditating on the taste. No, this is very wrong. I should not be here. So immediately he left the place and he went to the marketplace. And there he went and sat and chanting the holy name. And then he was feeling very bad about this thing. Actually, he thought for his Gopal only. not for any kind of sense gratification, but still he thought even that is offense. Before offering to the Lord, thinking about that particular, dishes. So what happened here, the pujari has offered and he left and everything is closed and pujari went to sleep. And in the pujari's dream, Gopinath came and he woken up. Hey, get up, get up. You come to my altar. Behind me, I kept one pot of kheer for Madhavendra Puri. So you take it and go and deliver it to Madhavendra Puri. So this pujari was very shocked. At the midnight, they don't go generally. Not midnight, just late at night after closing the temple, and he was about to go to sleep. And so immediately he, prepared himself and he went inside the altar and he found that behind Gopinath, there was a kheer pot stolen by Gopinath. Oh my God, he was so stunned. His hairs were standing on end. Oh my God, Madhavendra Puri is such a wonderful devotee that the Supreme Personality of God personally has stolen this kheer for him and kept for this devotee. So he took that particular pot and he was searching for Madhavendra Puri. So he was calling out, Madhavendra Puri, Madhavendra Puri. So he came out all over the side and he came to this particular marketplace where there at the corner, Madhavendra Puri was sitting and he was chanting the holy name, feeling very bad about his own activity, which was really transcendental and wonderful. And this pujari came, Madhavendra Puri, Madhavendra Puri. Then Madhavendra Puri thought, who is calling my name? So as soon as he said, the pujari came and fell at his lotus feet and offered this kheer. And then he said that Gopinath has stolen this for you. He was such a pure devotee. It never happened in this history of this temple. So please accept this. This is Gopinath personally has stolen it for you. So Madhavendra Puri has accepted and he was invited back in the temple by the pujari, but Madhavendra Puri, he was afraid of his reputation. Now, this name that was, this Gopinath has stolen a pot of kheer for the devotee Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri would become very famous. So out of being afraid of his reputation with this called Pratishta, Madhavendra Puri fled from Remuna immediately. So this is in Chaitanya Charitamrita very beautifully, given. Pratishtha Bhaye Puri Khela Phalana Krishna Prema Pratishtha Chale Sange Gadana. That means being afraid of his reputation, Pratishtha, Madhavendra Puri fled from Remuna. But the reputation brought by love of Godhead is so sublime that it goes along with the devotee as if following him. This reputation is transcendental reputation, nothing material. So it will never leave and it will not harm the devotee. And this reputation goes along with him, not just by will of the providence or something by your good karma or something. It is totally love of God. Okay, this reputation brought by love of God. It always goes along with him. Almost all the conditioned souls within the material world, they're all envious. Jealous people, generally, they turn against one who automatically attains some reputation. That is very natural. And we are not only experiencing, we are also witnessing that because this is natural for jealous people. Consequently, when a devotee is fit to receive worldly reputation, he is envied by many people. Arjuna became famous, Yudhishthira became famous, Duryodhana and many people became envious, Srila Prabhupada became famous, many people became envious, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur became famous, many people envious, even attempted to kill him. So much, it is very quite natural in this material world. When a person out of humility does not desire fame, people generally think him quite humble and consequently give him all kinds of fame. If somebody is accepting the fame, then there is enviousness and jealousy is coming. But humbly, when that particular thing, the person who is fame is humble, like our Guru Maharaj, then automatically people naturally give all kinds of fame to him. So a Vaishnava doesn't hanker after the fame or a great reputation. Madhavendra Puri, the king of Vaishnavas, he bore his reputation, but he wanted to keep himself outside of the vision of the general populace. He wanted to cover his real identity as a great devotee of the Lord. But when people saw him overwhelmed in ecstasy of love of God, they naturally gave credit to him. Actually, a first-class reputation is due Madhavendra Puri because he was a most confidential devotee of the Lord. So, sometimes the Sahajya may present themselves as being void of desires for reputation in order to become really famous as a humble man. So those external posing, Adibhakti Chora Lakshan, such people cannot actually attain the platform of celebrated Vaishnavas. So Vaishnavas' glory, Vaishnavas' fame, Pratishtha comes because of that love of Godhead. Out of love of Godhead and by humility, they are performing loving devotional service. Actually, who can be the most famed person? Aishwarya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasasriya. And we are also reputed, but nobody can be reputed than Krishna. Just like 5,000 years ago, he spoke this Bhagavad Gita, and he is also so reputed that, wow, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. And still it is running. You see, all over the world, we are all studying the most intelligent man taking Bhagavad Gita shelter. And not only in India, everywhere, all over the world, especially when Srila Prabhupada went and he wrote the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Today, unlimited copies are being distributed, and, Krishna is reputed. So, Aishwarya Samargarasya Viryasya Yashasasriya. And beautiful, the most beautiful is Krishna, most attractive is Krishna. So in this way, this particular reputation comes on its own accord, either for the devotee by love of Godhead or for others by their performance of activities. But in a humble state of mind, when some tries to avoid also, it will follow them, and that Vaishnava will not be affected by that. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself personally told that we can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Jagat Vyapya Mora Habe Punya Kyati Sukhi Haya Lokamora Gahibe Kakirti. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is telling that if the fruits are distributed all over the world, my reputation as a pious man will be known everywhere, and thus all people will glorify my name with great pleasure. And that will be for the benefit of the people. So this is Lord. So the prediction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now actually coming to pass. We are all witnessing. Sri Guru Maharaj is now glorifying Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaurakatha Damadaya Nagaragrama Tarine. In this way, he is distributing Nitaya Kripa Pradayane. Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is being distributed by speaking Gaurakatha everywhere by Guru Maharaj. Now Gauranga is becoming famous gradually. A few years back, people don't know who is Gauranga, who is Chaitanya. But now almost everybody knows who is Gauranga. So this credit goes to our Guru Maharaj. Krishna consciousness movement is being distributed all over the world through the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And people who are leading or confused, chaotic lives are now, feeling transcendental happiness. They are finding peace in Sankirtana. Therefore, they are acknowledging the supreme benefit of this movement. And this movement is getting reputed. Krishna, this ISKCON is getting so much of respect all over the world, irrespective of caste, creed, color, or any political nature, or, different societies. In every society, Krishna consciousness is always welcome. And it has got such a good reputation because only pure devotees and Krishna is there in this particular organization. So as long as this organization is maintained by such pure devotees and Krishna, there is no chance that it will lose its reputation. And the more it is glorified, the people glorifying will be benefited. This is the beauty of this ISKCON comparing to anybody else outside in the material world. By glorifying a king, the king may give you some donation. That is not the thing. But here, by simply glorifying ISKCON and the Acharya Parampara within ISKCON, everybody who is glorifying and who is hearing, they are spiritually benefited. This is this kind of reputation should be, raised to the peak, so that everybody be benefited. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization, please do share with me. 5.
कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा।
प्रभु जी, मेरा प्रश्न जो है वो श्लोक 11 से है। इसमें नीचे दिया है, इस श्लोक की टीका करते समय हमारे समक्ष एक महान आधुनिक राजनेता का वक्तव्य है, जिसकी हाल ही में मृत्यु हुई है और जो अपनी अंतिम इच्छा व्यक्त कर गया है। फिर नीचे है कि मैं ऐसे किन्हीं अनुष्ठानों में विश्वास नहीं करता और विधि के रूप में भी उनका पालन करना तो एक प्रकार का छलावा और अपने आप को तथा अन्यों को धोखा देना होगा। वो कौन से राजनेता थे जिनका ये वक्तव्य है?
वो कौन सा? एक्चुअली यस, ये श्रील प्रभुपाद का टाइम पे हुआ है।
यस प्रभु।
एंड श्रील प्रभुपाद उनका नाम नहीं बताना चाहते हैं इधर, इसलिए उन्होंने यहाँ पर बताया है ऐसा पॉलिटिशियन करके, लेकिन वो था प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया उनका टाइम का। हाँ, वो पॉलिटिशियन जो है वो प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया था, राधा कृष्णा। एंड ही हैज, उनका नाम भी राधा कृष्णा, देखो है। सो और वो उनको जरा से भी ये भगवत गीता का ज्ञान नहीं था, और भगवत गीता के बारे में वो उल्टा पुल्टा बोल रहा था।
अच्छा अच्छा जी।
हैं?
यस प्रभु। वो
तो ऐसा बहुत से पॉलिटिशियंस हैं जो उनकी टाइम पे।
जी, तो राजेंद्र बाबू के बाद वो थे राधा कृष्णन।
हाँ, तो राजेंद्र प्रसाद भी किया और राधा कृष्ण भी किया, सभी ने किया, क्योंकि उस समय पे भगवत गीता का सही ट्रांसलेशन किसी के पास नहीं था, और किसी के पास वो कोई समझ नहीं पाता था। हर एक कई किस्म का भगवत गीता का ट्रांसलेशन है, और कोई भी एक भी सही नहीं है। इसलिए श्रील प्रभुपाद जी को लिखना पड़ा कि भगवत गीता एज इट इज। लेकिन ये मूर्ख लोग, ये ऐसा है कि भगवत गीता गुरु महाराज, आई मीन प्रभुपाद लिखने के बाद भी वो लोग नहीं पढ़ा, और ना ही वो समझा, और मर भी चुके गलत बोलता हुआ।
यस प्रभु।
थैंक यू।
धन्यवाद प्रभु।
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association. Let's resume our Srimad Bhagavatam tomorrow morning at 7:30 probably. And may till then, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय
Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय।
वैष्णव प्रणाम। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय।
जय।
और प्रेमानंदे हरे।
हरि 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 बोल।